zaman fitnah. Buat fitnah terhadap saya, kononnya saya curi duit. Saya minta bukti. Oh, dia ada kotak, berkotak-kotak bukti yang saya curi duit. Tunjuklah. Kalau dah ada kotak-kotak, awak dalam kerjaan, awak boleh dapat semua. Boleh dapat daripada bank, boleh dapat daripada ministry, boleh dapat daripada hasil dalam negeri, semua ada. Sure lah. Sampai lah ni tak tunjuk. Oh, tak boleh, itu secret. Mana nak secret pula, dah bagi tahu kepada dunia ada evidence, tunjuklah. Tapi sampai sekarang ni tak tunjuk. Instead of that, apa yang dia buat? Dia suruh anak saya dengar lah, anak saya to give evidence so that the father can be charged. Quite okay lah. Anak saya kena charge saya lah. Kena bagi evidence. Bukan main daripada 81 sampai sekarang. Of course, he kept all in his office. I think he kept whole room full of checks, papers, documents. Nak bagi 42 tahun. And given in 30 days. Kalau lebih daripada 30 days, boleh kena hukum. Masuk penjara 5 tahun. Instead of investigating Anwar for making wrong statement, my son is being investigated and threatened, and I am threatened. Kononnya saya buat kesalahan. Saya nak tanya kepada Azam Bakti, siapa yang buat tuduhan itu, kenapa dia tak beritahu kepada saya? Kenapa dia pergi beritahu kepada anak saya, kononnya ada tuduhan? Dan anak saya mesti buat kenyataan. Tapi sepatutnya, if you charge a person, you have to tell him, hey, you are charged with murder ke apa ke? Bagilah tahu supaya saya boleh defend. Tapi tak ada. Tiba-tiba cari anak saya, kononnya suruh anak saya buat kenyataan supaya saya ternampak salah. This again is very interesting. Yes, of course, it is the AG, not the judges. Sepatutnya bila dia stop prosecuting, he should inform the court. Pasal court tengah duk bicara. Orang ini dia sepatutnya bagi court tahu kenapa dia nak tarik balik. Tapi dia bagi tahu kepada Perdana Menteri. Is the Perdana Menteri a judge? Pasal Perdana Menteri pun approve kan? Dia approve. We don't know yet. Tentu dia approve lah. Tapi dia bagi tahu. And subsequently, the charge against Zahid was not followed through, no more prosecution, and the judge had no choice to do anything. I think sometimes there is a choice also. Judges, in a case of wrongful judgment made by anybody, the judge can call for judicial review. Bila dia nampak satu orang kena charge 47 judge, tiba-tiba AG tarik balik, tak bagi explain. The judge can call for judicial review. Tapi tak ada lah, pasal dia timbalan Perdana Menteri. Sebab tu saya kata, tu boleh investigate anytime. Kalau kata nak buat kepada saya, apa saya boleh buat? Mungkin juga pasal saya ada press conference macam ini, kemudian daripada ini nanti adalah tindakan-tindakan. Because Anwar has said that he will take action against people who say that he worked with Israelis. Bukan saya. He said that. Jadi kerajaan ada kuasa. They can do it. I can't do anything. So I am prepared, of course, to be investigated. Saya, akaun saya nak tengok pun boleh tengok, bank mana pun boleh bagi tahu. Hasil dalam negeri, apakah ada hasil dalam negeri biasa tuduh saya tak bayar hasil? Everything the government can have access. The government can also ask Petronas whether sebenarnya ada made billions of dollars or so. You can investigate that because it is mentioned. But my name is mentioned in, I'm told my name is mentioned that I have committed wrongdoing. So that is what I face. So I just want to let you know, maybe later on when I'm arrested and charged or something is done against me, you will know why. Datuk Abdul Murad buat ini Kuala Lumpur the day of 26 October 1999. Dia tak tarik balik ni. He has not said that this is wrong ke apa-apa. Dia tak tarik balik. Kenapa tak ada investigation? Which shows that yang susah nak investigate ialah Perdana Menteri, the head of SPRM, and also Timbalan Perdana Menteri. Saya tak susah. I am easy. Anytime at all you can investigate me because you have the power. I don't have the power. I cannot do anything. So if there is any question, I will be happy to.
So nak membangkitkan, nak lay out the grounds yang SPRM pun ada problem, polis pun ada problem. Jadi seandainya Tun disiasat, adakah Tun nak cakap bahawa berkemungkinan besar siasatan itu tidak ada? Itu maksud Tun.
Tak tahu lah, it is left to you whether you think it is adil ataupun tidak adil. Bagi saya tentulah tak adil. Tapi bagi you, adil tak? Nak tahu apa nama all the transaction done for 42 years. Daripada masa anak saya dulu belajar dalam universiti, dah kena, that is adil lah pun. For them, no? Sebab tu dia tanya. Any other question?
Tun, do you think it's a witch hunt or revenge against you for the perception that under your administration, even though you had nothing to do with it, you was jailed and prosecuted?
What was that?
Do you think it's a revenge against you by the current administration?
I don't know whether it is revenge or not. This man was in jail. And when I became Prime Minister the second time, during my time, he was released. And then he wanted to contest in an election. During the contest, I actually campaigned for him. So did Tun Daim. Both of us campaigned for him. But after campaigning for him, now he wants to investigate me for wrongdoing. Okay, if I did something wrong, please investigate. But don't make use of government law in order to threaten people.
Tun, saya nak tanya Tun, sekarang ni rakyat banyak komplain, susah apa semua. So what the people have seen that memang for the past 1 year memang gagal lah semua ni. Okay, so what the people can do? Apa rakyat boleh buat tu? Mohon komen sikit.
Yeah, we have a system, demokrasi. Parti yang menang akan tubuh kerajaan. Hari ini kita dapati parti yang kalah tubuh kerajaan. Dan parti ini pula tak dapat solve problem rakyat. Macam-macam berlaku sekarang ni. Ada orang yang bunuh bini, hari ni punya paper, dia pukul bini dia. Ada orang yang bunuh ibu dia, yang bunuh ibu bapa dia, yang 17 orang terjun daripada jembatan dalam sungai bunuh diri. 17 Malays killed themselves in Kelantan. This is reported in the press, not what I said. Jadi nampak di bawah kerajaan ni ramai orang yang hilang akal. Tak tahu nak buat apa. Ada yang tak dapat makan. Nak pergi makan anak pun tak ada duit. That is the situation now. But what can the people do? The people can do nothing. What can the people do? And we have elected members in parliament. But the elected members do not mention one word about all these things that I said. Tak ada sebut kata penderitaan rakyat sehingga membunuh ibu, membunuh ibu bapa. Ada orang yang dijumpa tak ada kepala. Ada orang yang dijumpa masuk dalam simen di dalam bathroom. Macam-macam berlaku. Dulu tak ada. You go back and look at your previous papers. Nothing like that has ever happened. Certainly not with Malays. Ada yang terjun daripada bangunan pun ada. Bunuh diri. Orang Melayu tak bunuh diri. Because it's forbidden. But they are desperate. Dia susah. Kerjaan ini bukan nak tumpu kepada masalah rakyat. Tapi tumpu masalah politik. Kononnya nak cari jalan supaya saya ni didapati bersalah. That is what is happening now.
You say your son was threatened to 5 years of jail if he doesn't declare an asset. How come 5 years of jail if he doesn't declare an asset? Because the act says that he will have to go to trial and only if convicted he will be sent to 5 years of prison.
Yes, but to mention, it doesn't mention anything about trial. It just says if you don't do this, you will be jailed for 5 years or fined $100,000. They should put there, if you are found guilty in a court of law. No mention about that. Because we know in this country, there are people who are detained without going to a court of law. There are some of my friends, 2 of my friends were detained. And there was one case, I can tell you, that one man was detained for 3 years without charge, without being charged in a court of law, without being found guilty. One man was detained for 3 years, unfortunately by the police.
So dari segi legal aspect dia, boleh ke challenge balik? Mungkin Dr. Mizan boleh challenge balik sebab dia agak vague. Katanya nak kena ni, adakah boleh pihak Dr. Mizan ataupun pihak boleh saman balik? Boleh.
Dia berjalan. Yeah, I think you better ask Mizan's lawyer lah. I think he should be having a PC also. Seronok lah entertainment. Any yes?
With the Prime Minister being so powerful, what kind of reform would you propose in the country?
What can I do? I was once Prime Minister, but these things didn't happen. But you have a Prime Minister who abuses the power, then of course you have this problem. There is nothing wrong with the system. The system is okay, but the man is not okay. You see, you have a good system. People who forms the government or become the Prime Minister must be somebody who has won the election, but he has lost the election. A number of parties which have lost the election join together to take over the government.
Do you think that you are facing the consequences of your own action, given that during your first tenure, it was during that time that the executive branch consolidated the power from judiciary and legislative?
Consolidated maybe, but abuse no. And there was a case, went to the court. I didn't give any evidence in the court. I didn't talk to the judge. So it is the personal interest shown by the present Prime Minister. You can't blame the system when the mistake is done by the person abusing the system.
Do you regret of being part of the system, play an important role of creating the system today?
Well, that is up to you to judge. But during my time, I think every election I won with a 2/3 majority. 5 elections, 2/3 majority. The people have a chance to throw me out. They didn't throw me out. If I had been abusing my position, I wouldn't have won the election. I challenge anyone to call for a general election today, whether he dares or not, to see what the people will say. Yeah, he has been saying all these things after he was expelled from UMNO. As you know, he was expelled because of his immoral behavior. But since then, he's been accusing me. Yet, when he was in the government, he defended my son and said that in Parliament. Yeah. This is what Anwar said in Parliament. Datuk Sri Anwar bin Ibrahim, Tuan Yang di-Pertua, kerajaan menolak cadangan konsortium perkapalan kerana harga pembelian kos seunit saham MSC adalah kurang daripada harga kos yang dibeli oleh KWAP. Oleh yang demikian, di antara dua cadangan yang dikemukakan itu, kita telah memilih cadangan Petronas. Kerana cadangan Petronas itu akan menjamin keuntungan kepada KWAP. It follows on the 11th November 1997. Tetapi oleh kerana persoalan ini telah dibangkitkan, saya inginlah menyatakan bahawa ini juga menunjukkan ketulusan dan ketegasan kerajaan, walaupun ada percubaan untuk menyinggung kedudukan pemimpin negara, termasuk Perdana Menteri. Tetapi ini satu bukti bahawa keputusan kerajaan tetap telus dan tidak terpengaruh dengan kepentingan mana-mana syarikat keluarga yang memohon apa kepentingan dari kerajaan. Saya fikir ini menunjukkan kekuatan kerajaan dan kebijaksanaan Perdana Menteri. Saya lah tu. Kebijaksanaan Perdana Menteri yang tidak langsung campur tetapi memutuskan berdasarkan kepentingan syarikat-syarikat kerajaan dan kumpulan wang amanah pension negara. This is what he said when he was in the government. Who support the Perdana Menteri? Either he was telling a lie at that time, or he was frightened. So if he is telling a lie, he confirms that he is a pathological liar.
Yeah.
But if he was telling the truth, then why is he now questioning his own truth?
Tuan dengan apa tuan dakwa apa ni siasatan yang tidak telus apa semua tu, bagaimana tuan rasa dengan situasi Datuk Mizan dan juga kemungkinan lepas ini siasatan mungkin dijalankan kepada anak tuan lagi di bawah kerajaan ini, ada kerisauan ke macam mana?
Yalah, risau jugalah. Sebagai anak saya, dia bagi tahulah dia dapat notis, dan notis tu suruh dia bagi tahu all the transaction yang dia buat sejak dia umur 20 tahun. Semasa dia jadi student 42 tahun. Yang tu dia kena jawab lah. Dia boleh ke tak boleh. Dalam jangka masa 30 hari. 42 years punya transaction, 30 hari kena bagi tahu. Jadi dia kena pergi tanya bank, tanya Petronas, tanya hasil dalam negeri, dia kena pergi korek dalam pejabat dia. Nak tunjuk ni, because you have to have material evidence. Check mana-mana. You bayar apa sekian banyak. You jual apa nama perkapalan, you dapat berapa bilion. Kononnya dia dapat bilion-bilion lah. Tapi syarikat perkapalan tak bagi tahu pun banyak mana. It is a public company, not his company. Shareholder dia macam-macam orang lah.
With all this investigation on your son and everything, what do you think about PM Anwar as the Prime Minister? Because you govern the country twice. The general view of this.
General view of Anwar. With all these investigations going on, what are your general views on Anwar? I think this man has become Prime Minister by default. Not because he was elected, but by default. And when he became Prime Minister, he used threats against people. But as far as ruling the country is concerned, he has no idea. He has no idea how to tackle the economic problem, how to tackle the political problem, how to tackle the social problem. Orang bunuh orang apa semua ni, tak ada. Nothing like that. Oh, dia nak lawan rasuah. Lawan rasuah lepas ni apa nama Zahid lepas. Is that how you go again, you tackle rasuah? Orang yang AG kata ada prima facie evidence terlibat dengan 47 rasuah. Lepas gitu aja. Sikitlah tengok. Betul ke tak betul dia lawan rasuah?
Tun, adakah Tun melihat siasatan ini sebagai satu warning shot Anwar kepada ahli-ahli parlimen pembangkang untuk tidak melakukan apapun move untuk jatuhkan beliau?
Ya, dia memang, saya fikir dia ni takut bayang-bayang. Dia kononnya ada di Abu Dubai, konon ada langkah Dubai. Kita tak nampak apa dia langkah Dubai. Jadi dia tunjuk kononnya orang nak bagi jatuh dia. Sepatutnya lah, banyak orang kata patut dia jatuh lah. Orang punya kesusahan dia tak tahu nak tackle, dia pergi cari orang lain lah. Kononnya nak lawan dengan rasuah. Mana lawan dengan rasuah? Dia pelepas orang rasuah, dia lepas. Dan dia sendiri mengikut Datuk Murad ni, dia juga terlibat. Ada berapa banyak dia terlibat. 3 bilion. Ya. Ini yang dia terlibat. For himself, 50 million. Datuk Abdullah Ahmad, 5 million. Datuk Nasruddin Jalil, 10 million. Asia Pacific Center, 38 million. Dan Douglas H. Pal, American, dapat 38 million. Institut Kajian Dasar, 5 million. Aliran dan Chandra Muzaffar, 5 million. ABIM, 5 million. UK-based Islamic Foundation, 1 million. Total 121 million. Tapi dia sebut di sini, apa nama, master account dia. I believe, ni kata Murad lah. I believe that the total funds in these 20 master accounts run into more than 3 billion ringgit. Why is he not investigated? Pasal susah nak investigate Perdana Menteri lah. Sepatutnya investigate lah. This is a statutory declaration. Bukan bisik-bisik kata. Anwar kata saya ni ambil duit kerajaan bilion-milion. But why doesn't he make a statutory declaration that he has evidence that I have taken 3 billion, 4 billion, berapa billion, boleh tulis lah. I invite him to write a statutory declaration declaring that I have stolen government money. Feeling that he must show evidence that I have stolen government money. Yeah.
When you were in office, did you instruct an investigation into this 20 master account case?
When
you were in office, did you instruct an
I
investigation?
don't get involved in that. That is the work of the jabatan. But he obviously is very much involved. He says it is difficult. Why should it be difficult for the Prime Minister? Prime Minister, when I was Prime Minister, I just give orders. I don't have to be bothered with whatever is being done by the judiciary or by the AG or the SPRF. I don't have to be.
So you never interfere? You don't interfere?
No, that would be interference. You know, the system is that the elected government forms a cabinet and rules the country, but they are not involved in the implementation. Implementation is the work of the permanent service. We have already laid down. You see, I can't, for example, tell the police to detain so and so. I can't do that. I can't do that. Prime Minister shouldn't do that. But here we find that people have been detained. And I'm afraid that police image has been soiled because there are people who are corrupted. It's reported in the papers. They are corrupt. There's one officer who ran his car and killed a boy. You see, so the image of the police is now bad. There is evidence that the police detained one man for 3 years without charge. That is against the law. Yeah. Okay, any more?
But that happened during Operasi Lalang as well. There's no trial or charge.
When you make a report, can you make a statutory report that I was involved in Lalang? Then this Azam Baki can investigate me. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Terima kasih semua. Thank you very much. Saudara nak ambil gambar sambil berdiri.
Terbaik, yes.
Okay.
Guys, bagi lalu.